This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Paying respects to an American hero. Today, a Marine from the Metro East is laid to rest. Captain Eleanor LeBeau Cook was one of the 3 U.S. service members killed in an aircraft crash. Good evening, I'm Brent Solomon. Ellie is how she was known to family and friends. The Belleville native was killed during an aircraft training last month in Australia. Our Alex Fees reports now from Belleville.
U.S. Marine Captain Ellie LeBeau Cook's formal funeral services were held here at St. Peter's Catholic Cathedral, but it was on the streets of Belleville that residents turned out to honor one of their own. American flags lined the streets of an American town early Saturday along the funeral procession route for U.S. Marine Captain Ellie LeBeau Cook. LeBeau Cook was one of 3 Marines killed in the crash of an Osprey aircraft August 28th in Australia. Family and friends gather to say goodbye to Ellie.
We mourn the loss of Ellie, a wife, daughter, sister, and friend.
Meanwhile, outside the church, residents lined the streets of Belleville.
Because she gave her life for our country.
Just showing respect, you know.
After the funeral, the procession passes by LeBeau Cook's alma mater, Althoff Catholic High School.
This is our quiet way of just remembering her and her family and just really honoring a true hero.
To show Ellie and her family how much they mean to us and our community means the world to us.
And it is a family here, so we're just happy to help and come out and support.
LeBeau Cook is buried with full military honors at Mount Carmel Catholic Cemetery. The sign outside her grade school, Blessed Sacrament, reads, "Rest in peace, Ellie. Forever in our hearts." Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
And the other 2 Marines killed in that crash were from Virginia and Colorado. They were stationed along with LeBeau Cook in Darwin, Australia. There's new information now on a South St. Louis shooting that left 1 man dead yesterday. Police tell us that a 23-year-old man was shot and killed on Keokuk Street near Missouri Avenue. We're learning today that the man was actually found at the now closed South City Hospital just before being taken to SLU Hospital, where he later died. Police have not identified a motive or a suspect. Anyone with info should contact Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS. Also new today, police have identified the person killed in a car crash on Gravois. Amani Henderson Brown was killed driving her car on Gravois near Victor Street around 5:30 this morning. Police say Brown struck 2 parked cars before crashing into a building. She was traveling with another woman who was taken to the hospital. That woman is expected to be okay. The investigation continues. Right now, police are looking into a multi-car crash that left 1 person dead and multiple others injured. Just before 4 p.m., police say a man driving a Chevy Cruze ran a red light, causing the crashes. He struck a car, killing a woman, which caused a chain reaction crash. 3 other drivers were hurt and they were taken to the hospital. They're expected to be okay. This investigation is also ongoing. Next week, a once popular North County mall will be coming down. Demolition of the former Jamestown Mall will start Tuesday. It's been abandoned for just shy of a decade now. Community leaders as well as the public will be on hand for the start of that demolition. That is expected to be complete by early summer of 2024. The UAW strike is expanding across the country. Members from 38 plants joined the picket line just yesterday. The strike creating strains on dealerships, and some fear it could soon cause strain on you. NBC's Jesse Kirsch has the very latest on this historic auto worker strike.
Tonight, the United Auto Workers' historic strike now stretching coast to coast.
Reinforcements are coming.
The union says it's made real progress, but just with Ford. So it's following through on its threat, telling General Motors and Stellantis workers to strike at all parts distribution centers in 20 states, from New York to North Carolina, Texas, Colorado, and California.
Stellantis and GM in particular are going to need some serious pushing.
Among those walking off the job today, Eric Shorter. He says he was also part of a 40-day strike against GM in 2019, with his family feeling that financial strain.
Are you ready to go 40 days again?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why?
Yes. Because we deserve a fair, reasonable wage.
But that fight for higher pay could soon hit Americans far from the picket line.
This will be days that we will feel the impact and that consumers will feel the impact.
Scott Kunis helps run more than 40 Midwest dealerships. He says they've stocked up on high-demand parts like brake pads, but warns others, like new engines, could be harder to find with parts distribution centers on strike.
If the union really wanted to put more pressure directly on the companies, was this the best next step for the union?
This tactic seems to put more pressure on the dealers and consumers than the company.
In a statement, General Motors accusing union leadership of manipulating the bargaining process for their own personal agendas. Stellantis writing, "We question whether the union's leadership has ever had an interest in reaching an agreement in a timely manner." But the union says it's closer to a deal with Ford, highlighting the company's offers on issues including cost of living adjustments and the right to strike over plant closures. Tonight, Ford says there's more work to do. Jesse Kirsch, NBC News, Pontiac, Michigan.
And Congresswoman Cori Bush and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez will be in our area tomorrow. They're holding a rally in Wentzville, standing in solidarity with the UAW. Right now in Soulard, a celebration of Hispanic heritage. Day 2 of the Greater St. Louis Heritage Festival is happening in the Soulard Farmers Market. Organizers say it's all about showcasing the rich culture from all of the Hispanic nations. There you'll find plenty of authentic food and live entertainment.
We use every inch that we can of this place. So we have authentic food booths from so many different countries. We have a lot of artisans here from different countries. We had some that actually came from Mexico for this event, so I'm really excited about that.
Go ahead and check this out. Local vendors are on display representing their countries. The festival goes until 10 tonight. It will be back tomorrow from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. All right, time now for a look at your weather first forecast. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is here with us. And you know what, Jim, how are we looking for the rest of the day?
Well, Brent, today 88 for that high temperature, so really good weather for it. I was at the City Foundry last night. It was packed and really a warm night. You notice the overnight lows also in the 60s, and it's going to stay that way as we get in this week, but a little bit cooler tomorrow with a cold front coming in. And right now, just some clouds in Highland, Illinois. Look at the severe weather in western and northern Missouri. Now, we're not expecting that to move east. It should stay out in western Missouri and northern Missouri and actually dive to the south. So clouds on the increase, maybe a spot shower tonight. But Tropical Storm Ophelia along the east coast is kind of blocking that system from moving further east toward us. So again, that severe weather out toward Kansas City and also northern Missouri. And you zoom in, might see a spot shower in Pike County this evening, and zoom in a little bit closer. You know, it kind of dissipates as it moves east. So the lack of instability is over us. We need the rain, but it doesn't look like a lot is coming. And we'll talk a little bit more about tomorrow's chance for showers in just a few minutes.